Is retail arbitrage legal on Amazon? And in today's video, I'm going to be sharing the answer to that exact question, and I'll tell you what is definitely illegal as well. Stay tuned. If you're new to this channel, my name is Thomas Parkinson and I've been selling on Amazon now for the last 5 years. Now I'm a 7-figure Amazon seller in the UK and USA. Now in the video today, I'm going to share with you, number 1, what is retail arbitrage? Number 2, I'm going to talk about, is retail arbitrage legal on Amazon? Number 3, I'm going to talk about when does retail arbitrage become illegal on Amazon? And then finally, number 4, I'm going to share some of my personal thoughts around the retail arbitrage and the legalities of it selling on Amazon. So let's get started. So first things first, what is retail arbitrage? Well, basically, retail arbitrage is the process of buying products generally at a very low price from retailers such as, Walmart or Argos, and then reselling those items for a higher price, i.e. a profit, on another marketplace such as Amazon or maybe eBay, and obviously turning a profit. Now this leads me nicely to, is retail arbitrage legal on Amazon? Now generally speaking, it is not illegal to resell an item, and it makes no difference whether you buy those items physically from store or online. There are existing marketplaces that are made for people to resell products in order to make money, for example Amazon and eBay. However, there are certain challenges that they don't allow for, and it depends on the marketplace that you're selling on. Now, let's say, for example, we're talking now about retail arbitrage and the legalities of that and selling on Amazon. What we'll focus on is the challenges around that when reselling products on the Amazon marketplace in the next chapter. Now, this leads me nicely on to when does reselling items become illegal on Amazon? Now, like I said earlier on, retail arbitrage is legal on Amazon. However, when you run a business on Amazon, you do have to follow by their rules and their regulations, because if not, you're going to be at risk of getting your account suspended or even banned from the Amazon marketplace. Now, that is why in this chapter, what I really want to share with you is the issues come around it and when you actually it does become illegal to sell on Amazon. Now, the first thing I'll say, number 1, creating inaccurate listings. Now, this is one of the ways that can put your account at risk on Amazon. Well, this is a way of misleading the customers because they're going to receive items that they didn't buy or not what they expected. For example, maybe the photo or the description differs from what they actually got. Maybe the photos of a 3-pack and they only got a 1-pack. Again, that's going to cause problems. Now, with that being said, what you are going to get with the customer is lots of complaints because obviously they got 1 rather than a 3-pack, which is what the image gave them the impression of. And the consequence of this is Amazon is going to take the necessary action to resolve it, which is going to be putting a red flag on your account and basically marking that listing inactive. Now, the second one I'll talk about is ignoring copyright laws. Amazon is strict about this, and they will take corrective measures if you are selling products that have intellectual property, associated with them, that belongs to someone else and they make a complaint against it. They'll even be proactive in it. Now, to further explain this, if you create a listing under, someone else's image, trademark, logo, or design without the appropriate permissions from the intellectual property rights owner, this is considered illegal and is a copyright infringement. For example, if you are going to create a listing with Disney on it and you haven't got their permission, then obviously that's going to be against their IP. It might be that you're using the Disney brand name on your product and you don't have permission for that. That'd be a very classic example of, IP complaints around intellectual property. Now, you might be asking, what can you do to avoid selling products that have intellectual property complaints? How can you do this? Well, quite simply, what I'd really recommend is look at the Fast Track FBA brand checker. This is going to support you in understanding all the brands that we know that are looking out for their products, looking out for their brands, and really red flagging or raising complaints against any other sellers on their listings who they don't know about. Maybe they're doing arbitrage, maybe they're not, but what we've seen is these brands are proactively sending out letters, complaints, speaking to Amazon about sellers, so stay away from those brands. Number 3 is going to be around selling prohibited items. Now, what I will say is that not all items are allowed to be sold on Amazon. Now, if you're thinking about participating within the FBA or Fulfillment by Amazon program, which is their way of fulfilling shipments to the customer, whereby Amazon stores, picks, packs, and ships and delivers the product to the customers, you've got to comply with the FBA specific product restrictions. And generally speaking, they're saying not to sell prohibited items such as alcoholic beverages, defective items, expired items, gift cards, gift certificates, loose batteries, and so on. There's a big list of them. Now, what I will say is that Amazon prohibits these items from being sold because many of these items are dangerous to ship and can cause issues whilst in transit. However, these items are not completely banned, but they will require approval from Amazon before selling those items. If you want to know more, do look at the Dangerous Goods program, whereby some of them you can sell them, but just not through the FBA program, or even through the FBA program with permission by Amazon through the Dangerous Goods program. Now, the one thing I'll say today is you're probably looking at this video thinking about getting started on Amazon and you're worried about the legalities behind Amazon. I really understand that. But the one big problem you're going to face when you do get started is the fact that finding deals, finding opportunities to buy low, sell high, those opportunities, they are hard. It takes time. It is definitely needle and haystack stuff. So what can you do to make it easier to speed it up? Well, what you can do is check out Fast Track FBA Leads. Now, this is a service I created whereby I've got my own team of sources looking for deals 5 days a week in the UK and USA marketplace. And what you can do is come in and see all those deals, and then when you find the ones that you like and only the ones you like, you can unlock them using our token system. It's completely unique. No one else does anything like it. And the good advantage is that if you're not happy with any of the deals, you get a free refund instantly. If you want to see more about the lead service, do check out the link down below. Now, this leads me nicely onto my personal thoughts behind, is retail arbitrage legal on Amazon? Now, to answer this question, and basically I've been selling now on Amazon for the last 5 years, is to say it isn't. There is no issue about its, should we say, legalities. It's definitely legal to sell on Amazon. You're allowed to resell products. That's absolutely fine. There's a couple of things you might want to be mindful of around if those products have warranties on them, and obviously you're not going to be able to offer them because you're not an authorized distributor, so you might want to stay away from products where they have warranties or even extended warranties. But what I would say for you is that I've been selling now for the last 5 years. You've probably found thousands of, if not tens of thousands of YouTube videos around the reselling marketplace looking at Amazon. And what does this mean? It means a lot of people are doing this and they've been doing it successfully for a long period of time. At a simple level, arbitrage is just trade. Buy low, sell high. You're buying spices in the Far East and bringing them to Europe and to the Americas. This has been going on for thousands of years and it will continue to go on. But just right now, the only difference is the fact that it's now happening online, whereas beforehand it was happening in person, face to face. The world is changing and this is something that is happening and will continue to happen. There will always be differences in prices and there will always be people like you and me to take advantage of that. And there will always be places like Amazon where we can resell them. Why? Because Amazon has seen the growth, has seen the benefit of having third-party sellers. More than 60% of their revenue comes from people like you and me reselling our products on their marketplace. Is it illegal? Not at all. Can you do it legally? Yes, 100%. And will it continue to happen? Always. I generally believe that. Now, what I will say is after understanding about retail arbitrage and the legalities of it on Amazon, you might want to think about actually getting started on Amazon. So what I want to do is share our free course around here. I'll drop a link around this video right now, and it's going to help you understand how to get started. And that's our full free Amazon FBA course for 2023. Check that out. Now, hopefully you've liked this video. If you have, give me a big thumbs up. And if you want to see more, do hit the subscribe button down below. If you think anyone should see this, do share it with them as well. That's myself, Thomas Parkinson, and Fast Track FBA. Thank you very much.